Hey, good evening everybody. Welcome back. We're here in the Lemon Zest Cooking at Home Kitchen, Test Kitchen, Cooking Series 2020. You've seen some of my initial videos. We're gonna get more ramped up here and keep giving you more content. Something to keep you busy while you're at home and you're staying home. Tonight we had a request. Somebody, Sarah, this roasted corn is for you. So what we did is we took whole corn, cleaned it, took it out of the shell, got rid of all the fibers, okay? Pulled all the silt off, okay? What you want to do is do that, and I would recommend using some of this tahine seasoning. It comes from Mexico. Chili, lime, and salt. So I like to liberally coat it with that. You can see that we're going to do this. You can do this on your grill, or tonight we're going to do it in the oven. So coat it with some tahine. That'll give it good flavor for any salsa you want to put it in. And then I'm going to put a little bit of just good old soybean oil. You don't need a lot. If you had your grill going, you could go out back and go right to the grill. Tonight I have a hot pan here. Remember we talked about hot stuff in the kitchen? So we're going to just use a little bit of soybean oil. We're going to roast this in our oven. So we're going to start it here. You hear immediately it starts to cook. So we're going to do roasted corn, but in our oven here at the house. Okay? Go ahead and roll the corn around in that tahine seasoning. Try to get as much of that on there as possible. Eliminate those. Use these for garnish now. Okay? Let me crank the heat up a little bit. Keep your eye on that corn for a minute. As it starts to brown, we are going to go ahead and roast it in the oven. So you can move it around a little bit, turn it, but we want to brown it. We're going to cook it. We're going to roast it. So you're going to go, I've got the oven at 375. I'm going to go up a little more. 395, it sounds right. Good. 395. As the corn roasting, you're going to get it brown, and then it's going in the oven. So move it around a little bit, get it coated with a little more oil. I'm going to come in with a little more tahine. Remember, Mexican favorite spice. Use it on the rim of a beer, an ice cold beer. Use it on the rim of a Bloody Mary, chili, lime, and salt. Use it on the rim of a shot of tequila, on a margarita. You name it, it's all purpose. Tahine, T-A-J-I-N. Chili, lime, and salt. Okay? So let's go ahead and turn these one more time. We're going to roll them around. And then they're going right into your hot oven. We want to do that first. It's going to take approximately 15 minutes or so to get that done. The main event tonight, in addition to that, is going to be the dish we spoke about the other night, which was what chicken dish. And I challenged you to come back to me, and somebody wrote Saltimboca. I think that was Rich Morabito. I know Rich from culinary school at the CIA. I know he's up in New York. I know he's keeping himself busy at home cooking too. To my good friend Rich Morabito, we're gonna make tonight, not for you, Rich, because I am gonna make your request, but this is just for me, okay? Again, we're gonna make an Italian chicken dish. And I told you that traditionally it's served over or with polenta. Tonight it's going to be chicken cacciatore. You can see traditionally it's chicken thighs. Tonight I have an airline chicken breast. That means that it just has the little wing bone right on there. I've marinated it in some of the extra virgin olive oil from the Millers in Texas. So it's marinated with fresh herbs. It's going to be roasted. Okay? So again, if you come over to the stove, you see I've got some heat going on here. You see how that oil starts to move immediately? That means a hot pan. So be careful with that. We'll get these chicken breasts. They're going to go in skin side down first. Skin side down. All right? And be careful. Remember, I instructed you when you're going to put something in a pan, don't have the oil here, but have it away from you. I'm going to turn this burner off. Turn this off completely, and here we go with the chicken. Okay, again, the oil at the other side of the pan. Lay it in skin side down. You can see all the fresh herbs, a little bit of crushed red pepper that I put on there in the marinade, extra virgin olive oil. We're going to sear that chicken. So watch that chicken. See how it's going to brown up nicely. And I've got that, if you take a look here, I've got that over on just above medium heat. Just above medium on 6. You know, this isn't the same as the home kitchen is not the same as the restaurant. So you gotta, know your stove. And if any of you know your stove, you know what. But this is where you want it to go. You don't want it the skin to stick. We want it to sear on there nicely. Simultaneously, we're gonna start, and I've already done the prep. I've told you guys this a few times. For me, cooking is easy, and it can be for you if you go ahead and do your prep work ahead of time. Get all the ingredients for your recipe in order. So tonight for the cacciatore, it's classically mushrooms, sweet peppers, onions. I've chosen roasted garlic tonight. We're gonna add a bit of tomato sauce. It can be your homemade or anything you've had, from the store. I've got a little bit of rich veal demi-glace in there to enhance the flavor. Chopped parsley in the back here. This is a basil pesto that I like to make and freeze into cubes, and then I just bust them out by the cube. So that's something you can do at home while you're, not doing anything. Get a bunch of fresh basil, your food processor, fresh garlic, fresh basil, Parmesan cheese, olive oil. Blend it up, put it in your ice cube trays, and freeze them up, and then you have frozen basil pesto to use at your discretion. Let's get back over to the chicken. Again, we're gonna roast them. I'm gonna actually go in the oven, skin side down. So keep them in there, skin side down, all right? There's our corn. Let's see what the corn is doing here. Let's pull it out. And you want to roll that around. You can see it's starting to brown in the pan. That's our roasted corn. That's you, Sarah. There's your roasted corn. Okay, let's get to the sauce now. I'm going to use all the ingredients we went through and start the sauce as the chicken's cooking. You'll notice that we have some hot water here, and I've got some water in the back with a little bit of butter. Butter and the water are going to be used for the chicken stock. Again, we talked about wine. The ingredient in chicken cacciatore is red wine. So we better check this wine to make sure that it's good enough to cook with. This is a Merlot wine. You could certainly use Chianti or Cabernet or any other red wine. Cheers. Chicken cacciatore. Lemon Zest Test Kitchen 2020. You know I haven't been drinking yet. Yeah, sure. Here's one for me. One for the chef, as they say. All right, we'll keep that on standby. In our other pan, we're going to move it over to the hot side here. We're going to start the sauce again with the Miller's extra virgin olive oil. I'm going to crank the heat up. Here you go. First harvest, 2019. Who thought they grew olives in Texas? They do a lot in Texas. I take that back. For all you people from Texas, I know Texas is the place. All right, let's start bringing the ingredients over. Look, it's hot. Pepper. Onion. Here goes your roasted garlic. All right, keep your eye on that while it's sauteing away. And like we talked about, you want a hot pan. So here we're gonna mix this up a little, razzle dazzle. If you want to mix it this way, that's certainly fine too. I recommend this. If you want to get good at that, get yourself some dried beans, put them in a pan and toss them. Just have somebody that's gonna be able to clean up the floor. But let's see if I can do it with no mess. No cleanup. So basically, you're gonna get that going. You want those caramelized a little bit. The mushrooms will go in next. Once these get going, keep stirring them around. Remember, I got it on high temperature. Once all that product gets in the pan, it's going to cool the pan down, so you want to keep it hot. Especially here with the addition of mushrooms. They are like a sponge. Remember, they're 90+% water, so you want them to not absorb everything.